But I want to talk a little bit more about some of the products that we use specifically, and really I'm going to focus on 3 different areas. First, I just want to talk about core nutrition. Before we even talk about performance or maintaining weight or anything like that, I want to talk just for a minute about core nutrition, because really, if you have just core nutrition down, that's going to help with recovery, that's going to help with performance, and that's also going to help with an athlete being able to just maintain an efficient immune system as well, and be able to stay healthy. Being able to stay healthy is going to be just a huge part for them as well. So first looking at just putting it down a nutritional base. Whenever we're looking at an athlete, regardless of what age they are, first we'll talk about starting with a good multivitamin. Advocare's Coreplex is a very complete multivitamin. It has got all the nutrients that the body needs to be able to fill in the nutritional gaps in the nutritional profile. And not only does it have high quantities of vitamins and minerals in the multivitamin Coreplex, but it also has very absorbable quantities of those vitamins, and that's a huge part there. A lot of vitamins just pass through your bloodstream and never offer benefit. Again, because Advocare focuses so much on quality, Coreplex multivitamin is just a great solution for all lifters of all ages. In addition to that, another one that we definitely recommend is the Omegaplex supplement. Omegaplex is just a fish oil supplement, but again, it's the right qualities of their EPAs and DHAs for their the 2 different types of fatty acids that they have in here, and with that combination of, again, a very high quality source, just this really helps just really all different functions in the body for maintaining proper health. Once we get past just looking at the vitamins and the fish oils, another component that we consider just so key for, again, just having good basic nutrition is doing a meal replacement shake first thing in the morning for breakfast. Again, a meal replacement shake with Advocare is truly a complete meal. Now, I am not advocating turning to a supplement-only diet. You've got to have a good, clean, healthy eating lifestyle already before even considering the Advocare supplements. But when you already take a disciplined, dedicated athlete who eats well, and now you incorporate some very high-quality nutrition on top of that through the Advocare supplements, that's when you can really see some great results. Again, the meal replacement shake, just a couple highlights on it: 24 grams of protein, 24 grams of carbohydrates. It's got a few grams of fat, all a very full vitamin and mineral complex, as well as 6 grams of dietary fiber as well. And this is truly a complete breakfast that they can have first thing in the morning. If they like eating breakfast, they still want to have their bacon and eggs, that's great. Have them have a meal replacement shake in addition to that. This is going to make sure they get all the nutrition they need first thing in the morning, because that breakfast, Mom always said, is the most important meal of the day. That is definitely true. That is especially true for athletes, because athletes go 7, 8, 9 hours at night without eating while they sleep. They need to get a good quality source of nutrition in the body first thing to, 1, kickstart their metabolism, and 2, to be feeding and nourishing their muscle, because muscle will break down if our bodies go too long without consuming protein and carbohydrate sources. So that's why the meal replacement shake is an excellent choice to complete and round out that nutrition. Another 2 products I want to talk about that are great just for core health are either the Spark and or the Slam. Spark is just a powder form that can be added to water. Slam is already in a pre-mixed 2-ounce shot. The great things about Spark and Slam is they provide mental focus, mental clarity, and mental energy. They are not, I'm not going to pick on some of those other energy drinks out there, but they're not one of those things loaded with 10 different types of caffeine that's going to make somebody's heart beat out of their chest. Spark and Slam do have some caffeine in them, but they're much bigger on having a vitamin B complex as well as many different branched chain amino acids. They help increase mental firings in the brain, and so it literally increases an athlete, or really any person's, ability to focus. So again, we're talking about a student athlete. This is fantastic for them to take before they go to school, so they can be more alert and pay more attention. Because again, if a kid is doing a great job in the weight room, that's one thing, but it's more important for an athlete to take care of all the other areas of their life. So it's great for a student athlete to take before going into the classroom and or before studying, but it's also great for them to take before exercising as well. Because sometimes, especially kids these days, they're running in 20 different directions. They've got more responsibilities than they've ever had at any other time in human history. And with continuing to put more and more things on the plate, it's very easy for an athlete to feel run down or feel mentally exhausted from all the demands they have on themselves. Spark and or Slam really are great for helping athletes just feel better throughout the day. And then one other product that I just want to talk about that, again, just in terms of general health and nutrition, is a product called Rehydrate. You know, we live down here in Florida, especially in Florida. It is hot pretty much year round. Our kids are constantly walking around dehydrated, especially when you figure in and factor in, you know, the exercise they're doing and just being outside in the Florida sun and everything else. Rehydrate is an electrolyte replacement drink. Unlike some of those other sports drink competitors out there, it is much lower in sugar content. It's got actually about half the sugar of a Gatorade or a Powerade. And also it's got a much better sodium, potassium, magnesium balance. Actually a 1-to-1 balance of the sodium, potassium, and it's got the magnesium. Advocare has found that that is the optimal way to increase and retain water absorption in the body. And yet a dehydrated muscle, if you lose only a few pounds of body weight through dehydration, that can take about 10% off your maximal strength. Now, if you're thinking with regards to weightlifting, if you walk around all day long dehydrated and then you go into practice or you go into a competition, that is going to be taken off your top end strength and power output, and that is not ideal for an Olympic weightlifter to be doing. So again, Rehydrate, it tastes great. It just mixes in water. It's also much more cheap and more affordable than some of those other sports drinks out there on a per serving basis. And again, it's got a way lower sugar content, and so that again just helps our athletes to be as lean as possible and to keep their energy levels as high as possible. So those, so again, just to review, you know, Coreplex, Omegaplex, the meal replacement shakes, Spark or Slam, and Rehydrate are just some great nutritional products for good core health, putting that foundation down for a weightlifter. So if nothing else, especially with younger kids, you know, we're talking about kids that are, you know, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, they perhaps don't need to look at some of the other performance products that Advocare has to offer. But every one of those that I just mentioned put down just a great foundation. I know tons of kids who actually aren't even weightlifters or other athletes in other sports who use that exact product profile every single day just because it helps them to be more productive throughout their entire day. So that's the first part, looking at core nutrition.